Is this a take?
Yeah, definitely. Hey, you want to hit this?
Okay.
Had a long day, this is exactly what I just needed. I'm smoking, my eyes are bleeding, my appetite is depleted, so I sit and write the meanest shit you ever heard. Now I'm burning like 3rd degrees. Every verse is a surgery, not an earthling, but certainly I'm a curse that occurred to me. I'm a burden, no person sees all the shit I'm observing. G gets a permanent entity, every word I'm appending me. Chop them up in the blender, breathe, come on, time, and you're telling me that the total developing in your skull it's enveloping.
Hello and welcome to MoReece J TV. Shout out to the Mo gang. This is episode 2 of What's New Lyrical Assassins, where we take a look at what's new from the Lyrical Assassins movement and some other guys as well while we're at it. And we've actually got a new guy up today, a guy who's not part of the Lyrical Assassins movement, but we'll get to him and I'll let you know more once we get to him. Before we start though, if you check down in my description, you'll see there's a GoFundMe link. Now, I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with the reaction channel Mad Hatz Reacts or Mad Hatter Reacts, but guy's been going through a rough time and it's got to the point where he has no choice but to ask for help. So I have set up a GoFundMe campaign in order to help him out. If you read the story there and possibly head over and watch his video, you'll see exactly why I set this up. So if you don't mind, even if you can't donate, just being able to share it, if you can share it with people who may be able to donate, maybe put it on your social media, it'll be really appreciated. And you know, we're just the guy needs help and he's a real nice guy, and it's not just him, he has a family, he has children. So if you don't mind, please head down to my GoFundMe link and just check out the campaign there and the reason why we're asking for help. So we're going to move on to some of the artists that we're going to showcase today. We've got some awesome artists. If anybody hasn't watched this show yet, this is a brand new show. This is episode 2. If you haven't peeped episode 1, just head to the video I did last Thursday last, not the Thursday just gone, the Thursday before. I'm a little bit late dropping this one. It's been a little bit of a crazy week, or a crazy end to the week at least. I had the flu as well. It's been a little bit that we've been dealing with, but we're here now and we're going to check out some of these fire artists. Now, the first one I've got on the list for us guys is Factor 50 with Anxious. Now, if you haven't heard Factor 50 before, he's an awesome UK artist. He's actually from the same town as me, or pretty much. We pretty much grew up in the same place, never knew each other, but we are from the same place, and his accent will make that very apparent. And he's dropped a track recently called Anxious. Now this guy, he really does focus hard on his bars. He is a storyteller, so if you like stories that touch your heart, touch your soul, get you thinking, you know, make you have to go over what he's saying, relatable stuff. He talks about a lot of stuff that a lot of us go through, so I highly recommend you go check him out if you're into those sort of artists. And this is his most recent track that he dropped called Anxious. Let's check it out.
Lately, I lay awake feeling anxious, restless, looking into the blankness mainly, cause these times are the strangest, helpless. I keep going through stages insanely, having mad fights with the blankets, tugging on the covers until I sustain these fluttering thoughts, unimposing these sanction. I've got to lock down, my head is contagious. So I surge out of bed, hit the sofa, sit and think, trying to piece what is wrong, trying to find a missing link. I'm retracing the words and what I wrote the other week, and I'm stabbing at the page, pen pissing with some ink. Then I throw it right down, cause my wrist is on the brink. Then I dart into the kitchen, lean right above the sink, pull a glass that I covered, hit another, goes clink.
So as you can see, Factor 50, you know, his lyrics are put together so well and his stories are so real. He's just an artist you cannot ignore. You just cannot ignore. He's got a lot more in the works. He's got another track coming. I believe he's working on quite a few tracks actually, and he's going to surprise us with a little something that he's been doing with some other guys on the platform. So keep your eye open for that. So we're also going to check out another UK artist who you probably do know if you've been following us for a while, as he's done quite a lot of music over the past, I'd say that we've been promoting him for at least 6-7 months. And not only has he done a lot of music, he actually did one of our theme tracks. He did the Lyrical Assassins track. Absolutely amazing. If you haven't checked it out already, go check it out. But he's recently, he took a little break and then he come back with this one called Whoa. Now, GKid is one of these artists. He's a very fast spitter. He's very good with his wordplay. Very impactful. His delivery is on fire. He's one of Analyst's favourite UK artists, and he's you'll probably find he gets played a lot on the Saturday lives on Analyst TV YouTube channel. So make sure you go check that out. Analyst goes live on Wednesdays and Saturdays 4 PM PST, which is midnight UK time. So make sure you go check that out, and you'll see some of the artists that get played there. There's quite a lot of great artists that are not only get played there, but you can interact with them in the live chat. And GKid is one of those. So let's have a little peep at what GKid has dropped recently.
Could the vibes and rhymes like ice, I just like to write lines that's tight like toes. And this mind of mine, it just kinda shine bright just like a light bulb. On the fucking go and you should know this. Anytime I come in with the flows, I'll be the dopest. Oh shit, so sick with everything he wrote, bitch. Ferocious, the coldest, the show is devoted. So what he's spitting and dropping, the man he's sipping, he's hopping. He come and spit like he's hopped in it. Sicker than vomit, man he's lyrically insane with what he's spitting and jotting. And he's just looking for the change like he's picking your pockets. You can see the rage in my courage, I laid down my card straight flush. Haters got nothing, so watch the wig.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you got two UK artists there, Factor 50 and GKid, both completely different. We've got the storytelling from Factor 50, and we've also got that, you know, those word plays, those, you know, that fast flows from GKid. So you've got a little bit of, you know, sort of versatility of styles there. You know, a little diversity of styles. Sorry, not versatility. I mean more diverse of styles from these two great UK artists. So go check them out. Now, I've recently come across another UK artist. A bit of a UK day today, isn't it? That wasn't on purpose, by the way. Bit of a UK day. But this guy was recommended to me by a friend that I grew up with when I was younger, in my teen years. Shout out Donny Whiting. This is a recommendation from Donny Whiting. Now, I have known Donny Whiting probably for a little over 15 years. Got to be about 16, 17 years actually. So Donny Whiting, I hadn't seen him or heard from him for a long time, and then obviously we've started interacting on Facebook. He's a big fan of music, and he recommended me to check out this guy called Sam Hughes. So I checked out Sam Hughes, and the first track that I came across was the one that stood out to me immediately, which is a track called Sorry. Now this is a very deep emotional track. He's definitely pouring his heart out on this one, and I've never heard this guy before, and he's got a unique voice for hip hop. It's definitely a unique voice for hip hop, unique style. The video is very clever, and it's called Sorry. Let's check it out, guys.
I said I'm sorry and I mean it now. Found another beat that rips my heart and pulls my demons out. Take away my memories, I'm burying my feelings now. Sorry that I've messed it up, I'm letting all my people down. Help me out my breathing, still deceitful like we're even yet. I've been to hell and back for this, paying in full for all my debts. You hate that I'm a better man, I'm out here passing all the tests. My daughter started school this week and I ain't even seen her yet. I still tell him that I'm sorry though. Daddy didn't get it right, but loves you more than ever though. I can see what's in their eyes and pray they never let it go.
So as you can see, this guy he's definitely pouring his heart out in this one. And when he's talking about his, you know, not seeing his daughter, and you know, and he's almost like apologizing for the way he's been, but at the same time, you know, breaking down, you know, his version, you know, like what's going on in his mind. It's a really, really interesting track, a very heartfelt track, and I just felt that we needed to put this one up. So guys, remember, anything you like here, head down to the description. You will see links to all of these artists' channels, so you can go check them out, you can go sub them up, you can go listen to the full tracks that we've shown here today, and you can show a bit of love, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, you know, let them know that we sent you as well, which is not important. You can do what you want, but you know, it's nice if we do appreciate if you do let them know that it was us that sent you theirs, and we thank you for that if you do. So we're going to be checking out, this one was pretty interesting actually. This is pretty big actually. This is Durand Robertson. Now we've been supporting Durand Robertson for best part of 3 weeks, literally best part of 3 weeks, and he's an awesome artist. I came across Durand Robertson via Pug Mama, who was recommended by Anilyst. So Anilyst recommended to Pug Mama recommended to me, and we brought him onto the team. And he's a real real good artist, a real good artist, somebody I highly recommend that you check out. And he's recently done a track with two guys. One's Norad, who I've not come across before hearing this track, and the other guy, Kxng Crooked, Quichyyy. I'm talking Shady Records, Quichyyy, Crook's Corner, Eminem, Kxng Crooked. So he's done a track with these two guys called Underrated, and yeah, I mean, Durand Robertson is definitely underrated, and from what I heard from Norad's verse, he's also underrated as well. So let's have a little look at one of the clips, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go.
When I hear these new niggas rap, I give them the same face that I make when I see black police. Confusion's what it has to be. How can you be happily harassing and hassling people who look like you? That shit is baffling. How's this happening? Man, let me quit. They want me to get on my rapper shit, but it's hard to come with the bars when there's so much fog in Minneapolis. And fuck everybody who was disagreeing with Colin Kaepernick. Cause you black, they ought to. I'm just an independent artist and I make it. But if you gave my same words on a page to somebody they favorite, them same haters of mine would say that shit was amazing. Incredible, the way you touch my soul could reach this whole nation. Embrace it, play it at every radio station.
He painted the Mona Lisa, Crooked about to paint the old MoReece. Sipping brandy on the corner, homie, it's open season. The overseers pulling us over for no good reason. I'm people watching, I saw some older geezers order pizza. I saw some hipsters snorting that cocaine up. I don't believe it, my hood is...
As you can see, that was absolutely flames. And if you want to go and check out, you know, the full track, as I say, head down to the description. You'll see a link to Durand Robertson's YouTube channel, where you can go check out the full track, and all of the other 5 pieces of work is done as well. And obviously, don't forget, go check out the other guys as well. If you don't know, if you've never checked out Norad, go check him out. And obviously Kxng Crooked, you probably have heard before, so go check him out as well. Now, speaking of the devil, next on the list we have Analyst and Loyal, the Smokin Hustla. Now, the reason why I picked out these two is Analyst has an absolute catalogue to be reckoned with, and Loyal, the Smokin Hustla is also a really fire artist. Now, Loyal, the Smokin Hustla was not too well. I believe he had the coronavirus for a little while. He was out of the game for about a month. But he's back now, and but one track that definitely stands out for me, it's not new, but it's probably one of the most recent I've heard from Analyst, and it's also one of my favourite tracks from Loyal. So this one is called Ride. So let's take a look, guys.
This is my murder trial, because your fake smiles. This is what you heard about, I'm just not the same style. No, you couldn't fuck my bitches, ain't 8 Mile. You've been on that talk mode, I've been on them wave files. Hand me that sledgehammer, break you down like kitchen tiles. Ready like a missile silo, I've been known to end rivals. You're a straight bitch, sorry bro, that's not a typo. I don't need a hitch, I ain't dragging
from your lames, you're typical the same. Want beef, I could give you filet mignon on your plate. Basically, I'm here to just insinuate you fake. Plus, I'm working till I make a couple billion in my bank. Benjamins and Franks, I don't spend them, bitch, I save. Stop pretending you ain't jealous, I can tell you just a snake. Bitch, I've been blessed with this, I bet you wish I ain't. Spit with emphasis, my method is the best, I send it.
You see what I'm saying? The way those boys rapped on that was absolutely insane, especially when Anilyst was talking about the, you know, you want beef. That bar there, the way he played into that, the minion on your plate, it was absolutely amazing. I really like that track, and the hook on there is dope. The whole entire, you listen to the track, if you head over, listen to the track in full with your headphones on, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. Go check these out, and don't forget Analyst goes live every Wednesday and every Saturday, 4 PM PST, and when it finishes, you never know, it can go for, you know, his lives, especially on Saturday, can go for 7 to 8 hours. So I highly recommend it. It's great fun in there. It's really great fun, and he does check out people's music. You know, it's funny. There's lots of people in there, and everybody has a great time. There's never any drama. So next one on our list is Reece Light. Now Reece Light I came across via Fraktured Planet, and we support his music via the Fraktured Planet crew. We support everything that the Fraktured Planet put out. They're a great bunch of people. I believe the main guy over at the Fraktured Planet is the High Priest 187. Real cool dude. They do a lot of what they call what do you call it? Big bar sessions. To think about that then. Big bar sessions where they'll record different artists from the south of the UK spitting different bars to various beats. Sometimes it's garage, sometimes it's drum and bass, sometimes it's grimy, sometimes it's hip hop, but you get different bars. Now Reece Light is a regular at the Fraktured Planet Big Bar session, and he's also dropped some great tracks as well. Now we're going to take a little look at his Big Bar session just to give you an idea of what kind of spitter this guy is. Let's have a look. As you can see, he's a very great spitter. He's got great wordplay there. He's very good at staying in pocket. His flow is very good. And one of his most standout tracks for me has got to be his Don't Rate. So let's have a little look at Don't Rate as well.
Some will tell me I'm gifted, come to shows uplifted. 6 gears won't be outshifted. Clash man down, he might get it lifted. Yo, this one's a hold up. Got you on rops, about to get shown up. Time's been called, about to get blown up. I don't play you, I don't rate, so don't tell me doing mates. I don't play you, I don't rate, not bro, not fam, so I can't relate. I don't play you, I don't rate, so don't tell me doing mates. I don't play you, I don't rate, not bro, not fam, so I can't relate. Vibe and a ride when I shell down in my town. It's all about my.
You see what I'm saying? It's really it's different from what you usually hear. It's very much. It's got UK written all over it. You know, he's definitely representing out here. You know, he's doing his thing. He's talking his shit, and he's just one who's got bars for days. He's one of these guys that are really underrated, very underrated, and I suggest you go check him out. He's got a YouTube channel, so go check that out, and also go check out the Fraktured Planet crew, so you can go check out their big bar sessions and some of the tracks that they've been behind as well. So next up we've got Matt Townz, Bama Blues. Now Matt Townz is a country rap artist. He's extremely talented. Very nice guy, very genuine guy, shows a lot of love, a lot of respect. He really respects people who react to his music. He really respects people who share his music, show love. He's got lots of time for his fans. Definitely somebody who's going to come up very fast. He's got his fan base is pretty solid. They're known as the Townsfolk. So go check out Matt Townz. Now the track that he released recently is called Bama Blues, which is a very it's a hard to listen to track, really. I mean, it all depends on what your experiences are, but all round it is a hard track to listen to. And if you haven't experienced what he's talking about, or aware, you know, of what he's talking about, it would definitely be an eye-opener for you. Now he's touching on the fact that when you listen to it, he's obviously in love with this girl who has a boyfriend who is abusing her, and the story is tough. It's tough to listen to, but the track is amazing. I highly recommend you check it out, and let's take a little peek at it right now.
She married him when she was 22. By 23, he had chunked a deuce. That's when she really started drinking booze, partying hard with her shady crew. She was blown away but still pulled through. She hit me up and said come through. Her pride was gone, the whole world could tell. His hands put her through a living hell. She had bruises on her whole body, all the way from her feet up to her face. She didn't let me take matters in my hands. She wouldn't let me put him in his place. She loved him but she hated him so much at the same time. It was hard for her to let him go. But
you see, the way the Matt Townz tells the story, you can almost tell that there's been some, whether he's seen this story play out and it's inspired him to write this, whether he really has been that guy, you know, that's trying to, you know, help a woman in that position. I honestly don't know the story behind the track, but all I will say is it's a powerful story, has a powerful message, and you need to go check it out. So shout out to Matt Townz, and head down to the description, go check him out. He's got a catalogue full of great music just like this. So next person we're going to be checking out is TripleIce. Now TripleIce is new to the group as well. We've been supporting him maybe 3 or 4 weeks, and he hasn't put a lot of music out recently, but the music that he has put out and some of the remixes that he's put out are absolutely fire. Now he's a great spitter, he's got a great flow, his wordplay is very clever, very clever, and he's a very likeable guy. He's a very approachable guy, very down to earth. He's only young, but he's got a very grown up, like he's got an old, I call him like, you know when you get these young guys who have an older mind, you know, they have a bit of wisdom about them. He's definitely one of those guys, so we'll go check out his new remix he just did, which is the Freddy vs Jason, which was extremely good remix. And he actually, it was actually played not last Saturday, the Saturday before on Analyst live. Anilyst checked it out and gave his verdict on there. He likes TripleIce, he wants to hear more from TripleIce. So we're going to have a little sneak peek ourselves at the Freddy vs Jason remix. Let's take a peek.
TripleIce returns, so spread the word. These rappers gonna see some hurt, so be concerned. Time to take a seat and learn the heat is earned. No time for a piece of mercy, lead with words. Every time I rap, my shit so gas that I'm jet fuel. No, I'm finna leave this earth, the beat is murked. I got a disease at first, I don't follow trends. No, I'm finna beat the curve, I'm a disease and I'm seasoned in this fucking game that I play. Every word I say gets on a video replay. Rap isn't really a team race, no relay. It's really just about killing the mic with the pizza and putting on my shoes for you. It's your defeat day, you came against me, you lose chips and leave lays. When I rap, ice bass and heat trace flow so shit you was sold.
So you can see, and he's only a young guy, and his flows are his flow's nice, his wordplay's nice. You know, he's just somebody that I would say is a one to watch. Definitely a one to watch. I think we've got good things coming from TripleIce. Definitely going to hear some great fire content coming from TripleIce. Listen to my words today. But yeah, I highly recommend, as I say, head down to the description, go check him out. I highly recommend his What's Poppin' remix. I highly recommend Scared of You, I believe it's called, Scared of You. I felt that's one of my favourite tracks from him. I kind of resonated with that a lot. So I definitely recommend that track, so go check that one out as well. So next on our list, we've got Tycho Luna. Again, we've only been supporting him a little while. I'm sure he came through from the Familist movement as well. Familist is basically the name of the fan base for Analyst. We've picked up quite a lot of artists from the Familist movement because they're just all awesome. They're all real ones over there. There's some really great artists over there. and some of the artists from over there are, you know, that have come on board, and we've been supporting them for a number of weeks. And Tycho Luna is one of these guys. He has an EP that he released recently on his YouTube channel called the Way Up EP, I believe. Going from memory here, and my memory often fails, but I'm sure it's called the Way Up EP, and he dropped various tracks. He dropped it track by track until the EP was then, you know, together. And then and one of the tracks that he's dropped recently is called Pouring Out. Now I don't believe this is part of the EP. I believe this was the first drop since the drop of the EP. The Pouring Out is an awesome track. Now Tycho Luna does have great flow. He has the cadence, you know, his rhyme schemes. He's very, very, very clever. He's definitely going to be a rapper that's going to progress very quickly. So I advise you really check him out and just take a little look at his track Pouring Out.
Yeah, live a new life with this game that I started. Places looking empty now with the fakes that I parted. But my bank is looking crowded with the ranks that I caught it. Got too many belongings, hold up, I'm trying to get it sorted. Got my gold chains and some gold on my teeth. Gold rings, gold frames that I wear on my beach. I got my rosé that I ain't touched in a week. And I got a couple bad things kissing my feet. Yo, I'm a shit talker that you know so well. And if I ever go anywhere, it'll probably be hell. But I got plenty of cash that I can pay for a bail. Then I can bust some.
As you can see, he is a very, very talented artist, and he's somebody that we have got a lot of faith in, and we hope to see rise up very quickly as the rest of the year goes on. And I think 2021, you might see him, you know, making some big moves. And finally, we've got my man Quichyyy. Now it's quite funny because I'm from Britain, and we have a food over here called quiche, which is like an egg pie. I don't like it, but it's spelled similar. Well, the spelling starts with Quichych, and then it just has an E. Now, Quichyyy has spelled his name Quichyyy. So for a long time, he doesn't know this, but he does now, because he's watching this. But for a long time, until Pug corrected me, I was calling him Quichyyy. I really was referring to him as Quichyyy, when it's in fact pronounced Quichyyy. So this is Quichyyy. Quichyyy he's been working very hard. He doesn't have a studio. I believe he has his computer. He uses Filmora to record his music. It's very difficult for him to mix. It's very difficult for him to put a track together, but he does his best. And but at the end of the day, the skill level in his rapping is noticeable. It's been noticed by Analyst. It's been noticed by other artists like Alphabite, Chameleon, as Townz. Like lots of people are noticing, and the potential is very apparent. Now, he often sends his music into Anilyst to check out, you know, what Anilyst thinks and what he needs to work on. And Anilyst has been coaching him through each reaction to his music, telling him what to do, and he's been taking the advice and working harder. Now, recently he dropped a track called Finished, where he'd obviously put everything that he had taken on board from the advice given to him over time, and he'd really worked hard to create this track called Finished. Now, I want you to put aside your expectations of the mixing. Remember, this guy doesn't have a studio, and you know the funds that you require available to, you know, pay for mixing and stuff like that is you know, can be impossible for some people. So this guy is working with what he's got. At the end of the day, if you listen to the flow, the cadence, his bars, very, very skillful. Now we're going to take a little look at this track called Finished. Let's go.
Any rapper wanna
as you can see, if you go over to Quichyy's channel and listen to his more previous tracks leading up to this one, the progression is so noticeable. You'd have to be an idiot not to see it, and this is why we have a lot of faith in Quichyyy, a hell of a lot of faith, because if he continues the way he's going, I can see him in 1 year's time being in a position where he can collab with people like Alphabite, he can collab with people like Biscuit, he can collab with people like Factor 50, GKid. I can see this happening very, very, very quickly, because he really is working hard. He's passionate, the passion shows, and he's always open to the criticism, and he doesn't take it as criticism. This is what's impressive about Quichyyy. He doesn't take it as criticism, he takes it as advice. He listens to what people are saying, and he applies that to his next track, his next piece of work, and that's just amazing to me. I think that's how every artist should be. So guys, please make sure you head down to the description below and check out all of these guys. If there's anyone you liked, just remember you can head over to the channel. You can listen to the full tracks that I've shown you here today, and you can also check out their Spotify's. They've got their Spotify's. You can check out a Lyrical Assassins playlist, both on YouTube and Spotify. So you can go listen to all of these guys. We put them all on the playlists. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. You can head over to our page. You can check out the other reaction channels like Mad Hatz, The Real McCoy Reacts, This. Oh, there's so many. There's so many reaction channels. There's Fable, but there's so many different reaction channels playing these guys. So go check them out. And yeah, well, thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned for episode 3, where we'll be showing even more artists. And if you haven't seen episode 1, head over there. Again, in the description, you will also find our LinkTree link, which will have links to our Lyrical Assassins IG and Twitter pages, our hip hop shop, and our Lyrical Assassins website, plus the mixtape that we did a few months ago. Just go check it all out. Guys, thank you for watching.